Okay. So good morning to all of you. Uh, we are going to learn a topic today that already you're familiar with. This is what I was telling you people was you go watch a movie, go again, watch it. That means what is the meaning of it? It's a repetition, right? So perfection, you achieve perfection by practice. When we learn to drive a car, so how difficult it is, right? So then, as we go on practicing driving, it becomes so easy. Whatever work we do. So learning also. So it is read, reread. Actually, in the study techniques, if we just look at, so read comes not just at the first. There's so many methods of study skills or studying. So one is SQR3 or PSQR3. So preview, survey, then comes the reading. So this is what we usually do when we take a book to read. Suddenly we don't go to read. So even when you open a chapter, what do you do before you read? First you know, is it subtopics or what do you usually what? Huh? Okay, what else do you do? You should be honest. So this is what even now I do. So open chapter and see how many pages are there. So if it is only 10 pages, 5 pages, very nice because I can say I have finished reading a chapter. It gives you some satisfaction, motivation, right? And probably laziness also, less so I can finish off. Whatever, it's a combination. Nice feeling also. Okay. So why did I go there? From repetition. I was talking about, repeat. So read, review, recollect, review again. So once we read, we have to again recollect. Okay. Today you read something. Tomorrow you just sit and start jotting down only the keywords. So recollect what you had read. Because the memory curve, 24 hours, it's bell shaped, it comes down. So you may know 100 words today. Tomorrow, if you try to recollect, you may just remember 80, 80. Okay, that is recollect. What you have to do for the 20? You have to go back and review again. Okay, so read, review, read, recollect, review, keep reading. So read, recollect, read, review. All these are the arts which are important. That's why I said this is a repetition. So that's why this topic came. So we went off somewhere, but doesn't matter. It's a, I think, useful tip that I have given you. So I have not still told you what is the topic, right? So let us start. I've shared the screen. I'll ask you a question now. Okay, I'll go to slide share. Who are these people? How many are there? Louder. Okay. This person, she's young. I agree if you say Kunti also, mother would be feeding all the 5 sons, but this is a young, beautiful lady, Draupadi. Okay. So she is feeding 5 husbands. Okay. What are they known as? What did you say? Pandavas. Okay. So why did I show you this picture? There's something called as Pandu, Panduroga, Pandu. Why were they called as Pandavas? Pandu denotes pale or yellowish white color. Okay. So who is the father of these Pandavas? Pandu Raja. Okay. Who is the mother of Pandu Raja? So Mahabharata, if you know. So Ambalika. Ambalika. So what happens is Ambalika, when she was about to conceive these children, right? She becomes very pale. You know the story how Ambalika, Satyavati, who is Satyavati and Vyasa, and how these Pandavas were. So Pandu Raja was very pale. That means he was anemic, very anemic. So Panduroga in Ayurveda denotes anemia. Okay. So all his children were called as Pandava. So he was Panduraja because he had Panduroga. Right? So what do you see here? Pale tongue, yes. Now, when you examine the patient, this is what you do. So you look at the lower conjunctiva for what? Yeah, pallor. Whether there's any pallor. Can you tell me where is this person from? Very good. Why do you say that? He's got an epicanthic fold. Can you make out epicanthic fold? It's a mongoloid feature. We can see that trait. Very good. So what do you see here? Yeah. So if I show this to children, what do they say? They say two fingers. No? One in front of the other. Then one shows, you should say, I say two fingers. So one appearing to be a normal nail and the other showing koilonychia. So how is koilonychia? How do you describe this? How is it? What do you compare this with? What is like this? A spoon. So depression there. Spoon-shaped nail. Correct. What's happened to her? So tired. Not just tired, just so tired. Okay. She complains of exertion on walking, dyspnea on walking. Okay. So what do all these features talk about, or where do they take you? To which disease complex? Symptoms and signs complex takes you to which disease? Anemia, exactly. So this is what you have already learned in first MBBS, but this is recap, recollect, whatever. So PA 13, that's a competency. PA is pathology, competency 13. So part of it, 13.3, is define and classify anemia. So all of you know this. If this is a PowerPoint preparation from now on, what we see are slightly modified. So it was done by Nandini. So why did she take this picture? I don't know. I've just retained it. So why did I make you people do this? I mean, PowerPoint presentation, so that you will be reading the same. So let us talk about anemia. It's a Greek word. Okay, and heme. That means without blood. So deficiency of red blood cells, that is RBCs or hemoglobin. So where else do we use this? Such terms like anemia, anisocyto. Iso is same. So when it varies from iso, you call it as anisocytosis. Then anisonucleosis, yes. So nuclei are not iso of the same size. So they vary. Anisonucleosis. What else? Anisonucleosis is also called as anisokaryosis. What else? You have to make a big list. Anesthesia. What is anesthesia? I don't know whether how it is derived, but still, that is and without pain, right? So you have to. I'm telling you have to make a list of all this. Okay. So WHO defines anemia as a condition in which the hemoglobin content of the blood is lower than that of the normal. Okay, I'll give you a better definition. As a result of deficiency of one or more of the essential nutrients required for blood production. Okay, this need not be always deficiency anemia, regardless of the cause of such anemia. Yes. So anemia refers to a state in which the level of hemoglobin in the blood is below the reference range. So this is what we tell the students to say when they define anemia. It's not just reduced level of hemoglobin. So with reference to the appropriate, that is the reference range for appropriate for the age and sex of the individual. So definition, anemia, an is without, hemia is blood, a reduction in the concentration of hemoglobin or oxygen carrying capacity of the blood below the level of the normal for that particular age and sex of the individual. So below the level that is expected for healthy persons of same age and sex in the same environment. Yeah. The standards may give different range based on where we are. Yes. So the WHO criteria is less than 12 grams per deciliter in women, less than 13 grams per deciliter in men. So you can consider that. What is this instrument? Winthrop's tube. You know how is it? Have you just taken it in your hand and seen? Yeah. So it's a thick tube because why is it so thick? I forgot to get it. I wanted to bring it and show you. So it is so thick because we are centrifuging it at 3000 revolutions per minute. Anytime it may break. If you take a thin tube and then centrifuge, it may break. Okay. So what are the layers that we get after centrifuge? So what is anticoagulant use? We have taught you about the vacutainers. Yes, EDTA. Previously we were using double oxalate. So one SGD when we were discussing, we said it's called as Heller-Paul mixture and on the double oxalate. So we don't use that. So EDTA, you know how the vacutainer EDTA looks and what is the proportion? What's the color of the cap of EDTA? Okay, purple. Yes. So once we do this, there are 3 layers that set in. Topmost layer is what? Topmost. See here, can you make out? Plasma. So you should know the difference between plasma and serum. Plasma minus clotting factors is serum. Okay. So then the lowermost layer is the packed cells. In between comes the puffy coat. Okay. So I've just put an equation here. Hb into 3 is equal to hematocrit. That means if the hematocrit value is given to you, hematocrit is nothing but PCV. So if you know the value divided by 3, you get hemoglobin. So if you know hemoglobin, multiply by 3, you get hematocrit. So if a person has got a hematocrit of 30%, what is his hemoglobin? You're using calculator, right? So if a person has got a hemoglobin of 7 grams per deciliter, what is this? Huh? Yeah, 21. Okay, this is only, all these are recap I'm telling you. Okay. So anemia exists if hemoglobin or packed cell volume is below the lower limit of normal for that particular age and sex. So just see the reference range. Okay, what is normal hemoglobin for adult male? What is the corresponding PCV? Then adult female, non-pregnant, pregnant. Then children between 6 to 6 years, 6 months to 6 years, infants, newborns. Okay, this is the criteria. That's why we have we usually put it in the workplace also. So let us interpret abnormal hemoglobin. I don't know why Nandini has written this. It's okay. So low causes are these are, she means physiological causes, is it? Okay, fine. Oh, fine. So pregnancy, overhydration, congestive cardiac failure, congestive splenomegaly, chronic diseases, hypoalbuminemia, high altitude, physiological, and in smokers. So hemoglobin is high in these two. So low physiological condition is, don't forget, pregnancy. Okay, hemodilution. So the difference of hemoglobin level between the sexes is related to the androgens that have stimulatory effect on erythropoiesis. Okay. The lower level of hemoglobin during pregnancy is due to hemodilution that is caused by plasma volume expansion. Correct. At high altitude, what happens? Low oxygen, fine. Low oxygen tension, so have higher hemoglobin concentration. HP level is highest at birth, gradually False. Okay, you want to tell them about physiological anemia. Okay. So what is it that is conveyed before you consider pathological anemia? Rule of physiological causes. Fine. So grading of anemia, we grade it as mild, moderate, and severe. Okay, mild. So what is mild? When the hemoglobin, okay, lower limits of normal to 10, up to 10 grams if it is there. Okay, you consider it as mild. Moderate is when the hemoglobin level is between 7 grams to 10 grams, and severe is when it is less than 7 grams per deciliter. So I want all our students to get their hemoglobin estimated, so we can make out how many of them are suffering from anemia, whether mild or moderate. Severe definitely comes to our notice, mild at least. So no one should suffer from anemia. We say in India about 57 to 75% of population, women and children are anemic. That should never happen. You have to take care of it. There are some pictures here that we are seeing. This is a normal RBC, right? No. Yeah, this is normal RBC, and we are seeing two cells on either side. So this is smaller, this is larger. Okay, this is based on the MCV that we are seeing. So this is calculation of MCV. Just remember. So normal. What has happened to the size compared to this? It's smaller. This is large. So we call this as microcyte and macrocyte. So similarly, there's a picture of normocytes in the center here. These are smaller microcyte. These are larger macrocyte. This is only to know the terminology. Right. So types of anemia. One is based on the morphology. We classify different types of anemia. So mainly, one is microcytic hypochromic anemia when the MCV is less than 80 femtoliters. Because normally we say MCV is 80 to 100, fine, femtoliters. Macrocytic when it exceeds 100 femtoliters. So three types of anemia are recognized on the basis of morphology. See, when I just have a tip for you. So don't start any sentence with a numerical, okay? Number. So three, this is how it has to be done. So repetition, microcytic, normocytic, and macrocytic. Okay. So morphological classification of anemia is, so microcytic, again repeating, when the MCV is less than 80 femtoliters, macrocytic when MCV is more than 100 femtoliters. This is normocytic. Okay. So we just pause here and then remember to read the causes. Iron deficiency is thalassemia. Nutritional microcytic is iron deficiency anemia. Thalassemia, sideroblastic anemia. Anemia, chronic disease. These are the causes of microcytic anemia. Macrocytic, it could be megaloblastic bone marrow or non-megaloblastic bone marrow. So the macrocytes could arise from these two etiologies. Okay. So we always should remember vitamin B12 and folic acid deficiency as the cause for macrocytic megaloblastic anemia. Other causes are liver disease, hemolytic anemias, alcoholism, myelodysplastic syndrome, and hypothyroidism. Okay. So I have just given again a formula how to calculate MCV. Fine. So this is classification of anemia where the etiology is given. So that means that is based on this is causes of anemia is based on the etiology. So here what I told you, remember B12 and folic acid deficiency. Now just see what can you make out here. Okay. So however, there is a small lymphocyte that is given to you. When you see a small lymphocyte and compare the RBCs, you should know what it is. Microcytic hypochromic. Yes. Then the causes we are repeating: iron deficiency anemia, thalassemia, sideroblastic anemia, anemia of chronic disease. Yes. See, the degree of reduction in MCV and MCHC is proportional to the severity of anemia. We have shown normal and abnormal. So normal, see the central pallor, it will be less than 1/3 the diameter of the cell. So if it increases, we call it as hypochromia. In early stages of iron deficiency, it could be normocytic, normochromic anemia itself. Yes. So here There's so much of variation in the size of the red cells. See, such chotu RBCs, microcytes, such small microcytes. And parents also have entered here. Who are the parents of RBCs? Reticulocyte, okay. Reticulocyte is like a sibling, no? Elder sibling, brother or sister, elder sister. When you created, red cells have appeared here. So the other precursors when they come, so it is like your mother, father, and Ajja, Ajji, and your grandfather, grandmother, all of them will appear because they need to take care of, right? So variation in isocyte poikilocytosis and nucleated red cells and small. So this is so gross, teardrops. So the blood, they're crying for having become like this. Okay. So beta thalassemia, major, the picture would be like this. And we have another chart which says what it is. So beta thalassemia again is classified as major, minor, intermediate. Okay. So this is minor. Okay, this is also going towards major only. Not only thing is we are not seeing nucleated red cells in this field. Okay. So there are polychromatophilic RBCs which are appearing bluish, yes, slightly larger. Fine. So hemoglobin electrophoresis will differentiate. We have another class we take for beta thalassemia. Okay. So sideroblastic anemia, they said is another class. What is the sideroblastic anemia is one thing. Okay. These are all precursors of RBCs in the bone marrow. That means we call them as we call them as normoblast. So pro-erythroblast, intermediate, early, intermediate, and late. Okay. So what do they contain? That is a special stain. Okay, it's not the protein stain. What is the protein stain used for staining peripheral smear? Leishman. So it's not Leishman stain. This is the specific stain that is done to demonstrate granules that are present in these erythroblasts. Okay. So what is the color? What blue is this? Prussian blue. So what stain is this? What is it done for? Demonstration of iron. So this is non-heme iron which is not utilized for hemoglobin production. So how are these granules arranged around the nucleus? So they are circular. This is like a ring. So these are called as ring sideroblasts. Okay, ring sideroblasts. This is sideroblasts, which are just shown because we use the terminology sideroblastic anemia. Again, this will be taught. So microcytic hypochromic anemia, when we see this blood picture, how do we arrive at a diagnosis? We have given so many causes, right? So get the serum ferritin estimated. If it is low, it is iron deficiency anemia. So leave off all COVID cases. What's happening in COVID cases? Ferritin we are seeing in thousands. Okay. So if ferritin is normal, then go for hemoglobin electrophoresis. If it is normal, then it's anemia of chronic disease or sideroblastic. So if it is abnormal, then thalassemia. What abnormality you see if it is thalassemia? Increase in HbF and HbA2. Fine. So this is only to show you or give you the normal range of ferritin, the normal values. You must ensure know about it. The normocytic normochromic anemia is one. So here the reticulocyte production is normal. What's the normal reticulocyte count? 0.2 to 2.2%. Okay. So reticulocyte production is deficient. Then what does it tell us? So it tells us about the bone marrow activity. So if reticulocytes are reduced, then you say it could be aplastic anemia, myelofibrosis, it's a old terminology here. Then chronic renal failure because no erythropoietin, anemia of chronic disease or hypothyroidism. If in normocytic normochromic blood picture, reduced hemoglobin, reticulocyte production is normal, then find out the causes. It could be hemolytic anemia or recent blood loss. Okay, don't put hemolytic anemia here because in hemolytic anemia, the reticulocyte production will be increased. That is one. Reticulocytosis is one. So acute post-hemorrhagic anemia, significant blood loss, and of course, so there will be hypovolemia. This causes hemodilution, Why hemodilution? To compensate for the volume. Okay. So anemia is evident after 1 to 3 days, but the blood picture would be normocytic, normochromic. So what do we see in this blood picture? Yeah, so very obvious is all these are fragmented, RBC, such beautiful round RBCs. What do we call RBCs normally as? Any dance you like? Now you have all various types of dances. So they're called as discocytes because RBC is disc-like, right? So now they're all fragmented here, hemolytic anemias. They due to increase. So these are all fragments, schistocytes. So hemolytic anemia is due to increased dead cell destruction. So when the destruction is balanced by increased production, then there is compensation. Then hemolytic anemias result when the bone marrow is unable to compensate for increased destruction. Now we are moving on. So we have seen microcytes. We have seen sideroblasts. Remember the picture? We have seen normocytes, normocytic, normochromic. Now we are looking at macrocytic anemia, big RBCs. So we are just talking about the morphology in this class today. Macrocytes. See, this is normal. This is macro. This is also macro. But what is the difference between these two macro? Yeah, this macro is oval. Okay. This macro is round. So oval macrocytosis, round macrocytosis. So Nandini probably wants to differentiate the two because that could tell us the cause. Oval macrocytosis is due to megaloblastic anemia or drug therapy. So where they're all folate antagonists. So it's again going for macrocytic anemia, megaloblastic anemia. Then round macrocytosis, alcoholism, liver disease, etc. Yes. So macrocytic, what is this special, very nice, it's a neutrophil. Normally we say it has got up to 5 lobes. Here it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hypersegmented neutrophil. So we'll talk about it when we talk about megaloblastic anemia. Very interesting. Even if you see single hypersegmented polymorph, you just make a comment in the report that you write. So anisocoiculocytosis. Happens body, this is not good. I'll take another session to show you all this. So reticulocytosis and hemolytic anemia, this is another cause for macrocytosis because reticulocyte. What is the size of reticulocyte? Normal RBC, what is the size? 7.2 microns on the average, whereas reticulocyte would be 8 microns. Yes, macrocytosis and liver disease, they're uniform. So reticulocytes, how do they appear in the peripheral smear? They have got blue color, they've got pink color. They're polychromatophilic. In Fleischmann stain, what has to be done to demonstrate them? Supravital staining where the reticular network will be seen. So in alcoholic patients, you have again written this. Macrocytosis can occur in the absence of megaloblastic bone marrow. So this we were recently discussing. Okay. So macrocytes can also be seen in pregnancy, newborn, and cytotoxic chemotherapy, aplastic anemia. So macrocytic anemia, you want to say how we proceed. So do a reticulocyte count. If it is increased, then you go and see hemolytic. Anytime reticulocytosis, marked reticulocytosis increase, please think of hemolytic anemia. So reticulocytes are normal or low, then think of other causes for macrocytes. So what has to be done next? A bone marrow examination. So if bone marrow is normoblastic or megaloblastic or hypocellular. So no marrow we get, marrow is hypocellular, aplastic anemia. So it is replaced by fat. No cells at all which produce or precursors present there. Then myelodysplasia, okay, we'll talk about this, I'll tell you, megaloblastic, when the cells. So in megaloblastic anemia, almost all the cells are larger in the body. Okay, the normoblasts which are there become large. So we call them as megaloblast. So then it could be normoblastic. We have already given the causes. So this is about the terminologies. What is the terminology of anemia? No, we said what is, we define what is anemia. what are the different types of anemia. Only morphologically, we've given more importance for morphological classification of anemia and just added certain causes for such a blood picture. Because the next exercise is we're going to give you a peripheral smear where you're observing the morphology of the peripheral smears. Okay. Only when you observe the morphology, then comes the etiology and how we proceed further. This is just the basic first class. Okay. So please listen to this class and then we go further tomorrow with diagnosis of anemia. Okay, fine. So thank you all. If you have not understood anything, please message me. Please ask questions. Okay, thank you.